Hi there, Bernadette McGree here with Beginners Yoga. Today we're going to look at the low lunge. So a low lunge is really great for releasing a little back tension, opening up your hips, and it's quite a stable pose because you've got a fair bit of yourself that's touching the floor. So if you're having trouble with straight leg lunges or with a high lunge, then this is a nice alternative. To begin with, come to the top of your mat, and by all means, have a chair if you're feeling unsteady and you need a little bit more support. Have 2 blocks if you need blocks, or something that's going to make your arms longer. Bring your feet so that they're hip width and parallel. And if you're using a chair, bring your right hand to the chair. Bring your hands to your hips and step the left foot back. Drop the right knee down. So at this point, the right hand will be on the chair if you need the hand on the chair. Now, just wriggle the front foot forward if you need to make sure that that front knee is above the ankle. So this is a general rule of thumb that if you have a bent leg, unless told otherwise, just assume that the bent knee needs to be directly above the ankle, a really good rule of thumb. From here, bring your fingertips down to the floor and line your wrist up with the front ankle so you've got a nice straight line there. Wriggle the back knee back as far as is comfortable. You can point the back toes or you can tuck the back toes under, and they both have different functions. You can switch it around depending on what you feel like. So today what we might do is point the back toes, point the top of the foot back, and don't just let the top foot be relaxed. You want to spread the toes and feel as though that foot is still working. Now, if this is super tight for you and you just can't get your hands down to the floor, you've always got the option of bringing your hands onto blocks or something else that will help you do the pose. So modify as much as you need to. It's your body. There's no point struggling and rounding your back and feeling that you can't breathe properly. You want to be able to make it easy. It's challenging enough, so make it as easy as you can within your body and what's going on for your body. And then take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. Look forward a little bit. You're not overarching the back of your neck and you're not dropping your chin. So I want you to think about length through your spine. Think of the crown of your head just stretching forwards on a diagonal. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. And then bring your hands to the front knee. If you need a chair, by all means bring your right hand to the chair. Tuck the back toes under. Keep the hands on the knee, maybe one hand on the chair. Lean forwards as you bring the back foot forward. And don't worry if it's a little bit wobbly or whatever. The main thing is that you get there. And of course, the slower you go, often the wobblier and the harder it is, but the more you've actually got to engage. All right, let's go to the other side. So once again, start in Tadasana in mountain pose. Bring your hands to your hips. Lean forward. Stretch the right leg back. And take your fingertips down to the floor. Then drop the back knee down. Now, as much as you can, take the back leg back so that you can breathe and it's not a super stretch. Check that the front knee is above the front ankle. Tuck the back toes under or point the back toes back. Now, I like to work on fingertips here. It's hard, or harder than flattening your hand, but if you try it, come up onto your fingertips and then come down on your hands, you can see that being up on your fingertips just lifts you off your thigh a little bit more. The other great thing about working on fingertips is that if you imagine that you're clawing the floor, it's almost like your hand is like the legs of a spider. There's only 5 legs on each hand, whereas a spider has 8. But you're doing spider push-ups. So you're trying to draw your finger pads towards each other. Feel how that goes all the way up your arms. And there'll be another video on this hand placement, so you might want to watch that. So from here, lengthen through the crown of the head. Remember, hands can be on your blocks. You can have a hand on the chair as well. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in again. And breathe out. And then bring one hand then the other up to the knee. So I often call this the proposal position, where your hands are on your knee. Tuck your back toes under. By all means, use the chair if you need to. Lean forward and then come to a standing pose. So that's low lunge. The actual Sanskrit for that is Asva Sancalanasana. You don't need to know that. But that's your low lunge. So if ever you're in a straight leg lunge and that's just too much, you can drop your knee down. There's your low lunge. We often use low lunges in yoga, not just as a modified pose, but as a pose. All right, good work. Enjoy practice, and I'll see you again, or you'll see me anyway. Whoops.